Nah, this ain't a mistake, people. This ain't a mistake. We back, and we doing another episode with the new legal and crazy Lou. Lou, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling great.
Let's do this.
Minasan, konnichiwa. Xbox no, feel this. Welcome to the Xbox Tokyo Game Show 2024 broadcast. It's a pleasure to be back at Tokyo Game Show with the latest announcements and updates from our creative teams and our publishing partners. Special thanks to everyone at CESA for your continued work on behalf of players, publishers, and game creators here in Japan and throughout Asia. We're continuing to see growth in the region. This year, more people are playing with Xbox across all devices in Asia than ever before. And we've seen the largest number of Xbox console players in the region to date.
The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Another day, another beautiful day, people. Upon Tokyo, Xbox is here. The new legal, my man Crazy Lou. We here, people. We here. Lou had a discrepancy early this morning, but I was glad to see you made a rebound, man, and got your morning show out of the way.
Sir. Yes, sir. Fun morning show this morning. Famo, listen.
Talk to me, fam.
Listen, I'm gonna post this link for you to watch this game. All right, you ready for this?
I'm ready, bro. Come on with it, man.
You ready for this? I'm gonna just post this. This game released, and man, let me tell you something. Chat told me about it this morning, which of course they're always awesome. But I want you to see this. I'm just gonna post it right here on the link on YouTube so you can see this.
All right.
I know you're gonna buy it because I'm already buying it.
What? It's like that?
It's just like that. It's only costs $18. Go for it.
What? Hold on, man. Let me see what Lou's
You'll see. You'll see.
Let me see what Lou's talking about.
You'll see. Before we start the show, just wanted to show you this. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll send it right here. Okay, there you go.
Okay, I'll check it out. I'm going to have to check it out.
Just send it. No. Check it out right now live. Just check it out. I want you to see what this game is about.
You want me to see? All right, I'll hit it up. Okay, let's do it. I know it's going to be on YouTube. Hold on. It's got an ad. Let's see. What is this?
Look at this.
What?
We're gonna go nuts and buy this right now.
This is like a Contra game.
Yes, sir. It's just like a Contra game.
Man. Oh man.
Oh man.
What's it say on Steam? Oh, 2 players. Okay, cool. Couch co-op. Okay.
Couch co-op. It's on Xbox, Steam, PlayStation. It's everywhere.
Oh yeah, man. That's Contra all the way.
Famo, you gotta fix something on the side of your Toykyo instead of Tokyo. Famo buying that game day one.
Looks like a lot of fun, bro.
Yeah, it does. It does, and it's incredible. Yep, it does.
Whoa. Okay.
How you liking it, fam? How you liking it? I even show that I'm.
That's a must buy, man. Yeah, that's a
That's
must.
a must buy, fam. That's a must buy. But
Yeah,
fam,
that's a must buy. That's a
let's
must buy.
let's start this show, fam, because we got a lot to talk about right now. We got a lot of things to go down, about this Tokyo Game Show, which I was really happy, famo, with what they showed. I mean, look, I know a lot of the Xbox fans were expecting, right, Final Fantasy to be announced and all this stuff, right? I understand because, again, this is what I say about these rumors that they throw out there.
Golden Knight, what's good, baby?
I keep saying this about the rumors. Every time Xbox has a showcase, the rumors start. They say they're going to announce this, they're going to announce that. What I tell everybody is let's wait till we see the show, or let's wait till the company announces so we can get 100% confirmation. That's what I tell everybody about this, right? That's what I tell everybody about this, right? Because at the end of the day, though, we have to wait to what they're going to show us and what they're going to deliver. And let me tell you something, family, for the way the show it was, for the way it delivered, it was beautiful. I was happy they're bringing JRPGs into Xbox. I was happy to see all that stuff because at the end of the day, people were saying, oh, Xbox doesn't have any JRPGs. What's going on? That's been the talk for how long has it gone through? A long time.
A long time.
So now them bringing those games, not only classics, also new games too. I'm super happy. For me, it was a solid 7 show. Really happy with that show. Really happy.
I gave it an 8, man, because
yeah,
there's a lot of games hitting Game Pass that I would have never known about due to the fact that I was on Sega and due to the fact that I wasn't on PlayStation 1. The fact that there was a lot of people in the chats yesterday, man, that was really educating me on some games, man, and letting me know that these games were classics and letting me know that these games were worth it. Even though these games were 20 years old, they were ultimate classics. And I'm gonna speak on that today. There's a difference, right? I'm gonna speak on that difference. But we throw our jabs, at PlayStation fans for having remasters and things like that. And I'm gonna speak on that. Because one thing over here on Di-RRec Gaming, we're not hypocritical. Don't get it twisted. There's a reason why we poke and laugh over there when we mention our remasters. And there's a difference when Xbox gets a remaster out of that same region. We're going to speak on that, so don't think that that's not going to be spoken on. We're gonna get down to the bottom of that.
Yep.
But the reason I gave it an 8, a lot of these games, there's one game that I'm trying to get to right now that I never heard of, right? But I thought it was nice. I thought it was real good. I'm trying to give it some respect. There's a lot of games in here. Well, not a lot, but there's some that I don't care for. But I understand it's a cultural thing. I understand just because I may not like it, it doesn't mean that there's a lot of people that do like it. Yeah. There's this one game that's a shooter game that I see that they're really
Frostpunk.
Yes, Frostpunk is really doing a number with being different. I'm gonna pause it on Frostpunk right now. I'm skimming through. I'm gonna talk about the game that I thought is gonna draw my interest outside of the Visions of Manas because I finally got them. We spoke on this yesterday. Yep. Did I not speak on it yesterday?
Yeah, you were talking about Visions of Mana. Yeah, you spoke on it. You wanted to play the Visions of Mana, and now we're getting not only that, we're getting the classic PS1 Manas, which is awesome. The
Nintendo classics, bro. We're getting them. And look, Frostpunk, right? That's one that's different from Concord. Okay, so you look at Frostpunk, right? It's a shooter. We get it. It's something that we haven't. There's something that we're not a stranger to, right? We get it. It's got that free to play style look. It's that same first person, third person kill image screen look. It's got all of that stuff. What's up with Rune Scott? What's up with Rune Kai Spy? What's up, baby? But if you paid attention to that game, it's the same thing we criticized Concord about, right? Concord was a 5v5, right? It had that free-to-play style look to
Yeah.
it. The problem was it had no attraction. The problem was it had no originality. Did we not say that?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't call the game garbage. I never played it. I can't say the game's garbage. I listened to you, Lou.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to the PlayStation fans. That's who I listen to.
I even promoted the game for people to go play it. I even said you got to try it because of all the slander it got when the game was first shown. For all the slander it got, I even told everybody, listen, forget about the slander, go try it out. Because I do that. I go tell people,
real quick, Lou.
Lou.
I want to say this real quick. Hold your thought.
All right.
Spy says, yo, legal playing Metaphor Fantasio demo. It's a very high JRPG coming out this year. Okay, yes, thanks for that. It's high quality. Thanks for that. There's certain I'm working on my JRPGs. Okay, I'm expanding my horizons. I'm not crazy about them. I've never been, but I'm expanding my horizons because they are looking high quality. They're looking like, if they're made a certain way, they're drawing my interest. Chris Lex in the building says, hey, yo, what's good, New Legal and Crazy Lou? What's good, Lex? What's good, man? I can see you around in these blocks. Yo, make yourself at home, man. Grab you a seat, man. Make yourself right at home. We got some popcorn. We got some cushion seats for you. That's therapeutic, man. Vibrate your back and everything, man. Make yourself right at home, family. It's good to see you, bro. Thanks for the support. Okay, Lou, go ahead, brother.
Man, like I was saying, now my idea left now. I was going to say something, my idea left.
Oh, man.
Where was I, family? Where was I before you
I was talking about Tales of the Visions of Mana.
Okay.
And you said, yeah, we're getting it.
Yeah,
and then you were starting to say something, and that's when I wanted to acknowledge the chat.
Well, here's the thing, though, like I was saying, though, about the whole showcase, right?
Mm-hmm.
Happy to see that they're bringing all these classics, right? You mentioned Visions of Mana. Now we're getting Legends of Mana. Now we're getting all those cool manas that were from back in the day from the PS1 era that people talked about a lot. Because the one in Super Nintendo, we're still not getting a remaster yet. I don't know if there's a remaster. There could be, but I have not seen that one dropping yet. But on that Secret of Mana, that's the Super Nintendo version. Now, people out here, right? I mean, they went out here and they tried to say like the show was not a good show. I mean, I said, what was people expecting from this showcase? I mean, what were you expecting from it? Because the thing is, if you like this style of game, you will go ahead and say, man, this was a solid showcase for that style of game. But for Westerners, right, and for some of these people who are used to like playing not JRPG stuff like that, they will say the showcase is bad. Mm-hmm. I get it. I mean, like I said, I get what y'all think. I get it 100%. It's cool, no problem. I mean, y'all think like that, it's cool. But at the end of the day, for being the showcase it is for what they shown, this is why I give it a solid 7. They showed a game called Threads of Time. That when I saw that game, I was like, man, this is Chrono Trigger vibes. I am a huge fan of Chrono Trigger. I have it on mobile. I even bought the PlayStation 1 remaster when it came back in the day. I love that game so much. I have replayed it probably 80 times. I've beaten it 80 times. That's how much I love that game. And for example, that game I just mentioned. Oh, I just forgot the name. Jesus. But that game I just mentioned, that's coming into Xbox. I said, Trials of Time. It's called. Threads of Time. I mean, I'm going to play that. I'm going to play that. I will seriously. That's another good game that was shown too. There was a lot of good games shown in this thing in this showcase. But the thing was that people saw this and they're like, no, I didn't like it because you know why? It's just not their style of games. I don't know what they were expecting, but it was great that Xbox is actually bringing all those Asian games over here to the console when people were asking for it. I mean, there was a long time people going out there on Twitter, going onto YouTube shows saying, man, Xbox does not have JRPGs. They don't have none of this, none of that. And now you're getting them. You got to be happy about that. You got to be happy that this is coming. So for the way the showcase it was awesome. I loved it. For me, it was a solid, like I said, solid 7 out of 10. And not only that, family, what Phil Spencer said, was also, I was like, wow, this is cool. This is cool. This is amazing that they are growing their market over there in Asia and across the region. That is awesome. And console sales over there across the region have been bigger, which is awesome for them, right? And I'm happy they're doing fantastic. And I hope they just keep on growing over there in the Asian market. I hope they do. And one of the best games also announced is coming to Game Pass, even though it's coming to PC, which I don't matter because at first that's a PC game. Probably down the road might get it to console. That is the StarCraft series. So happy for StarCraft that's finally being released onto Game Pass. It was time for that game to come back. It was time for that. But yeah, like I said, for me, solid 7 out of 10. Beautiful show.
Yeah. No, yeah, exactly. Look, I just put up the game that I was talking about. This game right here struck my curiosity because yes, it still got that. They still got that element of trying to get a word ain't so blurry.
I'll tell you,
but it still got that element of that same type of RPG style, JRPG style, but it's got action to it. That's the kind of style of JRPGs I like. I like the like I said, the Scarlet Nexus styles, Visions of Mana styles. Anytime I can go out there and actually fight, I'm all down for it. The severe JRPG where it's an attack, sit back, wait for the boss to attack you, scroll over, get a power, shoot back at it. That has never been in my interest book. Never, ever, ever been in my interest book. I play some, but I just get bored. I like to keep my action going. So more, if it makes sense, a JRP action role-playing game is more to my discretion, if that made any sense to anybody as far as how that Tales of Arise style, there you go. More of a Tales of, I got that. I just never beat it yet. I started playing it. But yeah, you're right. Tales of Arise style. Those type of games keep me engaged. They keep me going to where I want to figure out what the ending is gonna be like. So for me, for Xbox to go over there in a region where they have been repairing their brand at, for them to come out with a show like this and put games on Game Pass means that they are getting dev support. They're getting dev support, and that and also what it does. It's helping games get introduced to new players like me who wouldn't even have known about these games, right? Because we were on a different console at the time. Now these games are coming back out. I'm asking the streets. I'm asking people like you, hey, what's up with these games? And some of you guys have been on the opposite platforms, and you're telling me, yo, legal, man, these games were fire back in the day. These are classics. See, there's a difference between just having a classic and then just having a remaster because it looks like you're desperate, right? Gamers see the difference in everything. So going to my point that I was going to make, I saw a lot of people too. I saw some people sighing and huffing and puffing over the fact that some Final Fantasy games that they wanted didn't hit the show, and it's only because they're too much involved on social media. We're going to speak about it, right? So for them, the counterattack, those type of gamers are just looking for counterattacks, right? Every single day, they worry about what PlayStation is doing. And so a PlayStation does something, or PlayStation gets a game, that's the only way they react. Then they want to come out and they want to talk about these things. But Xbox fans, we don't sit there and wait on what PlayStation does and then say, you know what? I want this game too. Shout out to Sadness, man. Appreciate you. I want this game too. And so every show that's coming out, you make it about your insecurity. You don't make it about the show's going to show some games. Let's see what games get shown. Let's see the appreciation for Xbox. Because honestly, real Xbox fans know that the brand had to be rebranded. And I think Phil, Sarah, and Matt Booty and the whole entire Xbox team has done a great job doing it. It's been a slow process. But if you look at the leadership that was given by Xbox, you would understand. Xbox fans understand it. There's just been a lot of mishaps, some crazy mishaps in these Xbox streets as far as management go. We know we've been in the journey with them. But now, as I can sit here and say now, I'm looking forward to two things. The Xbox rebrand structure and the 25th anniversary. I hope all of us get to live to see that because you deserve it. Being an Xbox fan, we deserve that 25th anniversary. So there's a difference, right? There's a difference. And Sanchez, I went and bought Visions of Mana because of you, fam. Thank you, man, because it looks like I'm really going to enjoy them series. I appreciate you. I got all three now. Two on Game Pass, one out the wallet. I ain't mad. But they tripping, right, Lou? Because when Xbox gets something out of that region, regardless if it's a remaster or a new IP, there's a difference when Xbox gets it and when PlayStation gets it. If a game comes to Xbox, right, out of the Asian market, it's going to always be a big deal. Always.
Yep.
Always. The Xbox Toykyo show, by default, is a big deal for Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Because it sells the least there. Okay? Yep. It sells the least there. So if you see games...
Wasn't there rumors that they were saying that Xbox was not going to be the Tokyo Game Show like a couple months ago? There was like a rumor.
I don't know. I don't listen to that dog shit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's incredible how far they go. But
yeah, hey, I don't listen to that dog shit. But
yeah,
by default, right, it's going to be a big deal for Xbox. For Xbox to now not give up on the Asian market or in areas in Japan, now I see the light. It used to frustrate me as an Xbox fan, and I'm pretty sure I wasn't the only one, where it looks like we saw how Xbox was treated in Japan. They made videos over it. Some of our Japanese comrades over there showing what they do in the stores, and it's taken years. It's taken years for Xbox to get some respect again, and rightfully so. The way the Asian market was treated with some past managers, of Xbox. So rightfully so. But shout outs to Drawn TJ. Shout outs to Metropolitan Gaming. I see you. The Alchemist game looks lit. Facts, fam. That's the game for me because the way you have to play the game, right? There's a difference. Oh, yeah. We've seen those games again. See, I like creativity. It reminded me kind of like a Nexus. But the fact that you can jump, you have to use people, you have to jump to people, take over their body, possess them. That's what I'm talking about, people. Think outside the box. For every dev, gamers are not asking every dev to reinvent the wheel. We're not doing that. We understand. These games don't come in 3 days. We get it. And listen, we are thankful as gamers. We are thankful as gamers for all the hard work that genuine devs do to give us games, especially the ones that know that we're going to end up liking the game. When they take a few more seconds to think outside the box and just bring an extra creativity to that game, nothing but salute. And that's why I'll be buying the Alchemist game. Because that guy, you can tell he was passionate. Plus, if you listen to him, he was really passionate about Halo. As a kid, he said Halo made him dream about doing bigger worlds when he wanted to become a developer. His motivation was Halo. Gotta go out there and support the guy, man. Drawn TJ says that Toykyo show was a 7 out of 10. There you go. It would have been a 9 if they didn't show Final Fantasy. The old ones are born. Everyone, please hit the like button. but it looks like, Lou, your 7 out of 10 is hitting. I said 8 because I appreciate the Square Enix support. Microsoft needed somebody big to support them, whether it was Sega, whether it was Square Enix, whether it was Capcom. They needed something big to say, hey, listen, You are here and you are welcome. So I appreciate Square Enix for putting their games on Xbox, whether they were old or new, because we know we're going to get the new ones. But for people who haven't been playing Final Fantasy, who might be new to that series, it not only helps the Xbox brand, but it helps that dev. That dev make more returns off of their old IPs. Sotness says, even if Xbox was always niche in Japan, it's really about us getting Japanese games over here. That's it. That's it. That's it, Sotness. That's how I looked at it. That's why I gave it an 8 out of 10. Because I told Lou that I didn't want to see that Berserker game again. I didn't want to see the one with the girl, the like the Soul Blade type of game that we're gonna get coming to Xbox, because we done seen those twice. So I didn't want to rehash. I wanted to see really what Microsoft was going to bring and what devs were going to show up to show support on the Xbox scene. That's what I was looking for. I wasn't bringing insecurities with me. I don't even pay attention to people on Twitter X anymore. I don't care what they think. I ain't caring what they're saying. Doesn't matter to me. They're not putting video games in my hands. They're not buying the video games that I have. They're not buying my subscription services that I get. So I don't care what they say. Every gamer has the right to their opinion. When it comes to games, no one's wrong. They're all opinions, right? So stop being like a sissy and just brush stuff off. If you like a game and somebody don't, so what? You do you. Let them do them. Raichi says, devs don't need to make something new. They just need to bring back older game mechanics. Just look, Space Marine. Listen, Raichi, what you just said will make a lot of people upset, but I know what you mean. I know exactly. You just shorten it up. There's something, and I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you, Raichi. You see, Lou, I told you, people see. Y'all don't understand, but listen, people like Lou, people like JyzalGamingTV, people like Games, people like Realist, we're always talking. We're always engaging. We always are talking. And we understand the language, people. This right here was brought up not too long ago. When we talk about making something new, it's almost to the point as that's what's kind of crippled the industry. They were trying to always make something new. It's nothing wrong with making something new. The problem is gamers, when they don't identify it or when they don't have a chance to understand what's new, 9 times out of 10, they won't buy it. You're not going to force a gamer to buy something he's unfamiliar with. So if you're making something new, make it feel familiar. Put some old mechanics in there first. Get gamers engaged. Then on your sequel, you can change some things up, not too far off, but you can get a little bit more creative because now that game has earned its respect. Reishi, I think a lot of the industry's problem is that we don't have the camaraderie games anymore. Where's the Castlevanias at? He's right. I've been saying this for about 2 years now. Where are our old games that just bring magic to the game industry, that bring a certain group of people out? Where are those games? It was good to see Metal Gear. It's good to see Snake back, but where are those games? We heard about the Ninja Gaiden reboot, so where is it? Gamers need old games mixed with new games. This isn't a philosophy thing with wine. We're just pouring them in 2 different bottles. We're not putting them together. We just need 2 bottles for the old wine, for the new wine. 9 out of 10 for me. People have been asking for Japanese games on Xbox. There's Sam Chance's view. See? I don't see nothing wrong with it. That's his opinion. I don't know. The TGS happened already. I didn't know the TGS happened already. I keep forgetting about the time difference. No doubt, Dolan. I go check it out. 45 minutes long, bro. It's pretty good. I missed the show. Was there an Xbox handheld? No. But it's still a good show. No Xbox handheld. I don't think they were going to show the Xbox handheld there. Look for the Game Awards or Xbox Direct. That's where I think it's going to be shown at. Exactly. Not everyone likes every game. I'm not a big Souls-like game, but other people like them. Facts. Legendary Yobi. Today, a lot of dudes act like they don't like women.
Yes, sir.
Come on with it, bro. Somebody has to say it. Come on with it. Today, a lot of dudes act like they don't like women. Mad because females are getting more prominent roles in all aspects of gaming, especially in the main protagonist role. And you want to know something, Yobi? Guys like us, that's just a myth, right? Because let's look at it. The last time I checked, my favorite character of all time when I was a kid was Pac-Man. There was only one game that destroyed Pac-Man's record, and that was Miss Pac-Man, a female prominent role player in video games. The very first female character to put herself on the map. The first female character that was a mother. The first female character that was a wife. Miss Pac-Man set the founding blocks for all the rest of them, like Chun-Li, Samus, Zelda, Peaches. Come on. Where would Peach be? Where would Princess Peach be if it wasn't for Miss Pac-Man? We got Lara Croft today. Come on. Chun-Li and them. Come on. What would these female prominent role game players be right now, these player characters? You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Miss Pac-Man. So for us, we've been playing them. It's never been anything with them. It's not. But there's people that believe in certain things. There's people that have their 10 toes down on certain moral and values for their credit, for their credential souls. And as a gamer, we go back to games. Gamers have the right to pick and choose what games they decide because they're the ones that are using their wallet to do it. So if you come out here with an agenda game and it don't sell, you learn. It's where anything else. You want to hit big corporations, you hit them in the wallet. You go with the public. It's okay to do what you do, but it's okay for them to do what they do. So, but if you are just tripping because there's a female lead character in the game, come on, man. For one, understand they're not real. I'm playing Star Wars Outlaws. I don't care that the main character that I'm using is a woman. I don't care about that. Unicorn Overlord is my guy, yet it's heavily inspired by Org Battle. I heard about Unicorn Overlord. As a matter of fact, it was Games Heroes that told me about that. Legendary Yobi. Like they act like their mom didn't run the household when they were kids. What the is going on? Yes, Ninja Gaiden Reboot. Go look it up. Go look it up. Matter of fact, give me 1 second. Let me try to get you in. Let me see if I can get that for you, bro. There it is. Here we go. Let me do this for you. Y'all see it? I'm trying to get it to, there we go. There you go. They're in the works. They're in the works, fam. What's up, Sour Blow? What's up, fam? What's up? Sanchez Gaming. Some guys just look just like looking at men in video games. Some guys do. It's true. It's just what it is, right? Hey, every man don't like man. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. Softness, yeah, I can't get down with all the women hate. It's totally alien to me. I Shower blow. I can't wait for Joanna Dark. I love Perfect Dark. There's another one. Exactly. Where would Joanna Dark be if it wasn't for Miss Pac-Man? Exactly. Exactly. We've been playing these games. It's for us. It's never been a big deal because it's just with us. It's always been in our generation. Anytime it was a female lead character role in a video game, it was just wanting to know if the game was going to be good or not. Look at Mortal Kombat. In the first Mortal Kombat, Sonya was the only female martial artist. After that, you ended up with Katana. You ended up with Melina. The female characters started being introduced. And
all you gotta say Samus from Metroid. That's it.
That's Samus. That's what I said. I said it earlier. That's
right.
I
said it earlier? Okay, no, because I was on the phone call. Yeah, Samus is a popular character. She's female. I mean,
and the crazy part about her was when she stepped on the scene, a lot of people didn't even know she was a woman.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean,
oh, there you go. Look, Luke. There you go. Don't like the main protagonist of Metroid on the NES was a woman. She reveals herself at the end of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Reggie said, I'm at Walmart right now, and Star Wars Outlaw is on my face for 39 Canadian fans.
Now, here's the thing, though. And let me tell you something, Yobi, about this, right? About what's going on in social media lately. Because this is what I do. And I do this all the time. You know what I do in social media? I every time something pops up that nobody is happy about, nobody agrees about, because it's incredible. Nobody's ever happy out there. I have never seen anyone be happy about something. There's always got to be a negative.
You know what? You know why? Come on, let's speak on the why.
I mean, look, right? For example,
why is that?
PS5 Pro gets announced, right? Okay, we go in there, we talk, we actually sit here and talk about it. But now you got like dudes out here trying to say, oh yeah, PC, PS5 Pro, we can build the PS5 Pro, we can build a PC versus the PS5 Pro, get a better PC, blah, 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 blah. I mean, look, right? Look, I can say my opinion and say, man, you know, it's a little bit expensive. I find it $700. I mean, I need to see more for me to be convinced to say, okay, I need a PS5 Pro, right? But I didn't go out there on Twitter and express my feelings and said, like, you know, like this is going to be a 4060, 4070, 4080, 4090, all the stuff that we're saying out there that was insane. And same thing with every time, you know, you see a female protagonist or see something. For example, I don't care what I don't care what she believes in. I don't care nothing about that. Like a lot of people like to jump into it and be like, oh yeah, she believes in this, right? I don't care nothing about that. All I care about is if she did an awesome job for me to congratulate her in the game. All I care is that she put in the work and did everything great to make that game awesome. If she did that, congrats. If she didn't, man, well, that happens because sometimes games are hit and miss. But if that person did an awesome job, they have to get congratulated. That's what I care about. That's all I see. Every time I see somebody work on a role, I'm happy for it. I say, hey, man, that's awesome. Congratulations, you got your role. Congratulations, you participated in it. And if the game becomes a hit and does good, man, congratulations. I mean, that's what matters. If they did an awesome job for you to say, man, she's a good actor, man, awesome. Just like how I'm playing Hogwarts Legacy, right? Hogwarts Legacy has got a lot of mixed things in there, right? I'm playing through that game, and man, I am enjoying 100%. And do I care about all the mixed things? No, because they did an awesome job. That's all I care about. As long as everything's good. I don't know. Like, for example, it's not like back in the day with PS1 games. Like, sometimes they got the voiceover, and sometimes, like, the voice acting was really bad. It was awful. Nowadays, it's getting better. So if they're doing what they're doing, they're doing a great job, and the game is awesome, man, congrats to them. But the thing is, no one out here is happy. They always got to find something to disintegrate that person, or for what a person said out there on Twitter, or for what a person has said this or said that. Of course, sometimes, though, they go too far. They go way too far with what they said. I've seen that many, many of times, right? Which is not a good thing. But it's like how I say, when they're on social media, you got to watch out what you say because it might come back and bite you in the ass. And that's true. You got to watch out. So hearing all this stuff about a female protagonist and everything, I'm like, okay, what are you trying to prove? Because she believes in this? or she says this, I mean, that's her problem. I mean, what can I do? I mean, am I gonna go in there and talk to her, talk to her some sense because of what she believes in? No. I mean, that's her beliefs, and you gotta respect them for what they believe in, no matter what. Now, if they go beyond what they're saying, though, right? Like, for example, they go racist, they go something that's way beyond, they're out of the picture. That's it. Out of the picture. I don't even talk about that. You know, they're out of the picture. But for stuff they believe in, I mean, I like I said, I just sit there in social media, just look at everything, and I'm like, oh my God, why do people like always like have to say something negative about this? There's always got to be something negative. Always. It's incredible.
There's a why to it, Lou. There's a why to it. So, like I've always said, I'm glad we're talking about this because look, Di-RRec Gaming is a 100% show. We're not a 75% show. So let's. I'm gonna read this real quick because this is another issue that you see what I'm saying. Like this is the problem, right, Dolomite? So what I call it is the pick and choose. As humans, we love to pick and choose. That's the problem with the world. First of all, the world is never going to understand how to stay humble. Go look up the word humble. If people can just be humble, the world would be a beautiful place to live in. But we can't be humble, and that's the problem. So the fact that we can't be humble, we create these webs, right? That create a ball, and inside the balls, all these connections. And all these things that we know that do better for us, and all these things we know that don't do better for us. The things that make us laugh, the things that give us joy, don't bring those things up. You know why? Because they make us feel good. It's only a problem when things are not making us feel good. Things don't make us feel good, we bring those issues up.
Yep.
Instead of just understanding how to handle issues, we don't know how to handle issues. Even as adults, we don't. So I'm gonna read this real quick. Dolomite says, if the main protagonist is a black woman, all hell breaks loose. But those same snakes will smile in your face and say what's up to you all in the chats. There you go. So there's a problem. There's a problem. It's not just females. It's just there's no diversity. I call it diversity, right? Now, there's diversity that won't shake up things. There's diversity that is going to shake up things. That's a developer's decision to make. Okay? I've always said this. People have their right to express what they want to feel. People have their right to express on how they feel. Period. If you're gonna come out in the public and draw a line, right? If you come out, hold on, Lou. If you come out in public and draw a line to how far you think you should go, it doesn't apply to everyone else out there in public. That's the problem. Some things are just best kept not even bringing up because it's irrelevant to making the world a better place, right? We're sitting up here having issues with female protagonists. Not this issue, not diversity issue, just female protagonists, period. The fact that it's a woman and people have a problem with it, it's just stupid because this character is not real. Look, we've seen it with Little Mermaid. We've seen it with Tinkerbell. We see it even in comic books, right? We're human beings. We know. We're not dumb. We understand the things that go on every single day. The problem is, Lou, is games gave people a place to escape. The common ground of video games is 3 letters. F-U-N.
Fun.
And when it got past fun,
Famo, the problem nowadays
come on with it,
is that people have lost respect Respect is the word that people lost their ways. I mean, it's incredible. You go out there, you state an opinion. For example, you state an opinion out there on YouTube or anything. People go in there, they insult you, they get mad at you. And basically all you did was talk about gaming. They make it sound like you make it sound like you went in there and said like a racist comment or something mean towards them or something belligerent towards them, right? Something mean. But you didn't say nothing. All you did was say an opinion. They go out there, they grab your clip and say, look at this idiot, look at this fat ass, look at this whatever, right? That's the problem. People don't respect. For example, with the whole problem with the female protagonist thing, right? Everybody went in there already. They was like, oh, she's this, she's that, she's. Wait a minute, wait. Okay. She's all this, right? Okay, hold on. Let me look up something else. Let me look at her profile. This person worked in Dragon Age Velguard. This person worked in this thing. She has done various voice acting. So pretty much for what that person does, she's doing a good job. Now, do I care about her personal life?
No.
That's her problem. She has a personal life. I mean, she wants to express it out there. Go ahead and express it. Right?
Okay, so that's the problem. Here's the problem.
Yeah.
Let me read off some of these comments real quick because I know what I'm not going to forget. Welcome in, realist. Good to have you, bro. Look, I'm Breezy. All of these YouTubers are copy and paste without knowing facts. Everyone became an expert on gaming. You can't make this up. Just game on game. Spoken as a true gamer. Final Fantasy IV is classic too. Spoken as a true gamer. Agenda is something else, but sometimes people see it where it's not at. Spoken as a real gamer. The blue one. Make yourself at home, famo. I haven't seen you around in these streets. We got a Dallas. Well, man, we got a. Yo, look. I know, man, the Texas Rangers hurt me too. But I ain't no Dallas Cowboy fan, but I got love for you. I just don't get it. Dudes, people be tripping on the smallest things. I wish a woman in the game was my biggest issue. Facts. Yeah, Lou, respect. Everybody's stuck on mad revenge mode. Being female protagonist, I feel attacked. Brothers follow me and protect the patriarchy. It's crazy out here. Too much politics in gaming and dumb catchphrases in the gaming community. Facts. Y'all should have known that they'll fail you. Facts. Realists hopping in. Facts. Okay. So here's the things, Lou. There's a special fan base, right? Who have made special narratives along the way throughout history. It's because they have tremendous backing, right? A lot of the game and media journalists are part of their fan base as well. And so when they allow things like this to happen throughout the years, right? Nobody ever checked the community. Nobody's ever checked it because, like Lou said, why has everything become so negative? It's because, Lou, they model after who they see.
I know
Listen,
that.
I've always said this.
Change
begins at the top. Change never began at the bottom.
I'll give you a big example, right? This is one of the biggest examples, right? For example, the other day, I read a news and I was so sad by it. I was like, this is incredible. I can't believe I'm reading this. So there's a female person, right? Female person that's playing the role of Abby in the Last of Us TV series. She had to get extra security because of all the fan threats because they hated Abby. All the fan threats they hated Abby. I mean, I'm like, are you serious? You guys are going to go and threat this girl who is going to play a character from a beloved game because you did not like the character in the video game. That's all in the video game, right? That's it. But this is real life scenario. All she's doing is playing a role for your entertainment when you go in there and watch that series, right? And you're going to sit down and enjoy it. That's what she's doing. Basically, she's just doing that. You all went out there and threatened her, send her threat notes, send her threats because she's playing Abby, because you seriously did not like Abby and the Last of Us video game. So that's where it just gets in my head. I'm like, when is it going to be too far for you guys? I mean, you guys are taking things way too far and out of proportion. This is just a game. And now you got a person that's going out here to do a job about a female character in a game, right? That okay, Abby killed John, and basically it's part of the story. What do you want to do? Take Abby out and let a zombie eat John and change the story so y'all can be mad because a zombie ate what was his name? John is John, right? I don't remember his name though. But would y'all be? Are you gonna be happy if a zombie ate him, or I don't know, or if he dies another way? Are you gonna be mad about that? Oh, Joe, I think it's Joe. It's Joe. My bad, it's Joe. So you guys gonna be mad because a zombie eats Joe or Joe dies a different way? I mean, seriously, if that's part of the story and part of everything, I mean, you gotta accept it. You can be mad at the beginning, but in the end, you gotta accept what happened because the game is out. It's been out for what, 3 years, and that's how the story was told. But
here's
seriously,
the bottom
going
line.
in there to threaten this girl.
Yes, here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line.
Respect is lost, man. Respect is lost.
Here's the bottom line. We already know, like I said, humbleness is the key, right? But you're not gonna get humbleness in the world, all right? So we can preach it until our faces turn blue. Nobody has to accept what you're saying. That's the reality. What you do is you don't advocate for it. We're not advocating to be violent towards anybody. That's common sense stuff. So I'm not gonna elaborate on the common sense stuff. The thing that I'm talking about, right, is that people think that if they do something, that people ought to just agree with what they do. We have to understand that people are not going to agree with each other on certain things.
Exactly.
Now, if you don't like something, right, you don't get on social media or in reality world and start threatening people you don't even know. Exactly. Okay? That's a good way to lose your life. In reality. Okay? Don't think that what you typing on that keyboard, on that phone, or whatever device you're using to just spread empty words at people, it feels like it can't protrude. Once it protrudes and you want to act like you tough and you get off that social web and you get into the reality, you can lose your life. It's just as simple as that. Threatening people and all that, I'm not going to get into that because that's common sense. We know that's wrong. If you don't like something, don't buy it. That's it. You don't have to get on social media, throw jabs at a creator. You don't have to do that because we already know how crazy it gets out here.
Yep.
If you want to be mad at something, be mad at, if you want to do something, since you want to step out of reality, go out here into these schools and ask if you can become a security officer at them schools and do something for these children at school that are constantly getting harmed by guns. If you want to make a change in the world. See, I'm talking about making real differences in the world. You getting on Twitter, yapping about a female that's doing a job. I don't care what she does on her own time. She's an adult. She does what she wants because that's how adults think. All right. I don't care what Lou's bedroom looks like, what his kitchen looks like, what his house looks like, what his car looks like. I don't care about nothing with that when it comes to Lou or Realist. Realist has been in my house. He's been in my other house. He's seen my backyard. What to do? Yep. Who cares? The real impact is that we share a brotherhood of games. We're in a gaming community, and that's what we enjoy with each other, and we keep it there. I don't care.
Share brotherhood of bread too, bro.
What'd you say?
Brotherhood of bread, boy. Cheesy mac and cheese, turduckens. What you talking about?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, and don't forget me either, Realist. I'm putting you on blast. I got it waiting on you on speed dial.
Bro, yesterday was Jennifer's birthday, bro.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
And I hadn't forgot about you. Oh, and my little sister, she needed financial assistance. So, bro, but I haven't forgot about you, though. It's just
I got you. I got you on speed dial, bro. I just don't want it to go away.
No, you good. You good.
As soon as you let me know, I got you.
Yeah, you good.
Snapchat Gaming says, I don't know. Ubisoft male, female protagonist yet the canon. one is female removed the point of choosing. Look, okay, look. Okay, I even said this, Rachie. If we're going to get to this point, right? Dolan and I said gaming used to be a healthy competitive bond. Facts. I'm telling y'all, man, listen. If we're going to do these adventure games, if I'm just saying, I'm throwing it up. Nobody has to do this stuff, but I'm just saying. Let's get out of this foolishness. Let's just go into. And I'm talking about these games where, you know, like for instance, Cyberpunk and Assassin's Creed games and things like that, where you could create your own character. All right. So let's stop acting like we don't have games like that. And I'm not here to tell devs what to do.
Yep.
I'm saying is I understand things that really impact in the world and things that don't. Having a female protagonist in a video game does not impact the world. It is for, like Lou said, it is for entertainment purposes. Majority of video games are for entertainment purposes. Entertainment.
Exactly, because that's what it's called from back in the day. I mean, even Super Nintendo, what was it called? The entertainment system. Video games are for entertainment. You're supposed to sit down, escape a reality that you're facing. It helps you out, you know, relax, enjoy, have fun. You have fun in these games. I mean, like I said, I miss the old days. The old days when we used to game, none of this was brought up. You know what was in the old days? How was it? Hey, man, I can beat you in football. Hey, man, let's have a fight in Tekken. I can kick your ass in Tekken. That's what it was all about. Going into the arcade machines, putting up that money in there. If you're the best one, you just stand there waiting for the next one to come by. That's what gaming is all about. Gaming is to have a healthy competition. Gaming is about to have fun. Gaming is about to do all this stuff. It's just like sports. I mean, it's the same thing as sports.
I'm glad you're going there, Lou. I want to stop you real quick.
When you go out there and see, for example, look at Jordan, right? Jordan was one of the best players out there. Now, if you went into Jordan's face and you said you were better than him, you know what Jordan did? Jordan was on top of you just to make you mad, and he dunked on you and said, see, who better? I mean, that was competitive fun. Go for it, fam. Go for it.
Because you're cooking, and I don't want you to stop cooking. But like I said, we're 100% sure, right? We're not going to sit here and pretend anything. So I'm glad you brought some things up because I want to elaborate on that, and then you can get back to saying what you want to say, right?
Mm-hmm.
These notions about women not looking like women, that didn't start in the Xbox community. All right. These jabs, when it went too far on how women are supposed to look, in reality, okay, in reality, women come in all shapes and sizes, just like men. We come in all shapes and sizes. Every woman that's in video games are not built voluptuously. Every woman in video games are not built tall. Every woman is not built thick. Every woman is not built athletically. But that doesn't mean they're not women. Women are women. All right? That's just what it is. Men are men. When we start bringing our own narratives into video games, then you're subject for the gamers to bring their narrative into video games. But that's not how you combat it. You just combat it here. That's it. You don't have to get out here and get disrespectful with people. You don't have to get out here and talk like you wouldn't talk in real life to people. Just because you can type something, that's not the way to do it. You talk with your wallet when you don't like something in gaming. When we were kids, we had a better value source because we didn't have these dumb articles and all this social media today. It was, you bought the game, you found out it was trash, you went outside, you told your friends, don't buy the game. That's how your game made it or didn't make it, by word of mouth. So we're built different. We're built different. Lou, in sports, right? We're living in a crazy world today. And like I said, we know as men, we know why the NFL does not have female athletes in it. It's not because we degrade our women. It's actually because we care about them. They're not built like these men. Their bodies are not meant for impact as these men. And they cannot just get severely hurt on the field, but these women can get killed on the field. When we're doing this thing in the NBA, the WNBA has their league, the NBA has their league. It's not because the NBA looks down on women. It's because men on the NBA athletically out-hoop women. We dominate. We play higher above the rim. These are just facts. Okay? When you look at what Serena Williams said about tennis, we're just living in a really, really high-level stupidity world right now. This world right now feels like everybody's feelings has merit. That's what we're living in. And in reality, they don't.
No.
That's the problem, because people don't know how to be humble. So let's not come out here on social media and pretend we don't have our values, pretend we don't have our morals. Because let me tell you something. I respect anybody who stands on what they believe than I do somebody who's just fronting because they want to be accepted. A person who walks around on their belief, I can hang with them even if I don't believe in what they believe, because they're on solid ground on what they believe in. I don't have to wonder what this guy or this woman is thinking on certain things because I know what they believe in. When you don't stand for nothing, you fall for anything. So you start just running your mouth, even though yourself wouldn't do it. So don't speak on things that you're not about. Let the people speak on things that they're about. You just need to speak on things that you're about. And if it's something that pops up that you don't like, don't buy it. You've never heard the new legal going out here attacking any dev on anything that they believe in or anything that they felt like they believe in or who they want to be, what they want to look like. Because to me, I could care less. It's like my man said earlier, I have better things in this world as real issues to be worried about than that. I'm breezy. I remember Handyman in The Living Color was saying, you do know that in this gen it's a problem. They don't make them the same. OG facts. Handyman would never make it in this society. Never would have made it in this society.
At the
The
end,
world is soft. Facts. The world is not just soft, Yobi. The world is dark, bro.
at the end of the day,
the blind in this world, bro.
at the end of the day, guys, what I want to say is this.
Real quick, Lou. Male and female matches only in wrestling. Why? Because wrestling is fake. It's not a real situation. It's tentative.
Hey, legal. They do mixed sex matches in Asian countries, and you can go watch each and every one of those women get knocked out by smaller men. I don't really, you sent me the link, so it kind of seems like you're back on like the woke stuff, but I'm just listening to try to catch a grip on what y'all are really talking about. But there are reasons for everything, but you can get in trouble for that kind of stuff, man. And people like virtue signaling behind the smallest bit of a stance that you take on the subject. But let me go ahead, Lou. Go ahead, mute.
No, what I'm gonna say is real quick, chat. At the end of the day, listen. Just do what I do. You know what I do? Every time I see stuff like that, I just ignore it. Just keep on moving forward. I don't pay attention to it. I don't let it affect me at all, because at the end of the day, for example, I play Ghost of Tsushima, right? I play Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima, beautiful game, awesome game, hands down. I highly recommend it. Ghost of Yotoi comes out, I bet you it's gonna be another beautiful game, another awesome game. I mean, look, just play your games and don't let everything what's around you affect you, because at the end of the day, if you listen to everyone that they're saying, I mean, I have heard, for example, I've heard a lot of times because, oh yeah, this is happening in this game, this happened in another game, it's because of this, it's because of that, right? They like to always like add stuff to it, right? And when I sit down and I play it, I'm like, I don't see it. Because like I said, I just don't see what these guys were talking about. I don't see what they're bringing in here. I mean, I don't see it. All I just see is a game where I have fun, I have entertainment, and that's how I see it. Just go out there, play your game, and enjoy it, and just forget about what everyone out there is complaining, because at the end of the day, it's like how I said, when are they going to be happy? They are never happy. They are never happy about anything.
Stop acting like you don't know this, man. Stop it. You're
what do you
killing
mean?
me.
No, what?
You're not. You're speaking to a crowd that's a herd, that's wildebeest. They do what they see, okay? They're not. You're talking about a group of people who can't, they need to fit in. They need to feel accepted, okay? So they're going to go with the crowd. They can't stand on their own, Lou. That's all it says.
Oh,
and
well,
then you look at Sanchez Gaming. Some people play video games like their life depended on it. This is facts.
This is facts.
Just have fun, guys.
That's what it's all about.
This is it. And I'm going to get off this stupid end subject, right? Because this is it.
Yeah.
If you like the game, play it. If you don't. That's the rules of the game. Next up, we're going back to Toykyo games, man.
Yep. You got to go back there.
Going back. Look, bro. Microsoft and Toykyo, they're doing it big, people. Phil came out, let everybody know that in the Asian market, Xbox is at its biggest engagement to date. Lou, what do you think about that?
It's awesome, man. It's awesome because look, right? There's a lot of things going on out there saying, oh, it's but always the doom and gloomers, right? The famous doom and gloomers, right? We always have to hear that, right? But we know what Microsoft is doing. We see it. The thing is, everything likes to be mixed up. Everything has to everything likes to be misinformed, right? But at the end of the day, though, we see what Microsoft is doing. We see how they're growing. We see that they're growing all across the region. That is awesome. That is something they've been for years trying to jump in there, and now they're getting there. And so bringing all the stuff they're bringing from over that region to their consoles, it's a beautiful thing. Like I said, for example, a lot of people went out there and said, oh, this show was bad. This show was there. But I keep on asking, what were you expecting, though? I mean, from what they show, I was really happy. I mean, I was really happy, for example, that we're getting Legends of Mana. We're getting Visions of Mana, Trials of Mana.
We got my manas. We got my manas, Brillis.
Katamari. We got Final Fantasy. I mean, you got one of the best Final Fantasies on there, which is Final Fantasy VI, which was 3 back in the day. That is one of the most talked about Final Fantasies of all time, right? Because after that Final Fantasy came out, we got Chrono Trigger. I mean, seriously, we have been getting all these amazing games, and this is how I saw it. I saw like, man, they're finally bringing all this cool content from over there from Asia and those regions. I don't understand why, everyone had to go out there and say, oh, man, this show was bad. Like, what were you expecting? You were expecting, you know what they were expecting? I'll tell you what they were expecting, because, again, they fall up for all these rumors. Oh, yeah, we're going to get Final Fantasy 16 announced. We're going to get Final Fantasy 7 announced. I mean, that's what you expect. But I keep telling you all this. Stop facing rumors. What you got to do is you see it. You say, okay, I see this rumor. All right, cool. Let's see when they announce. Let's see what happens in the showcase. This is why I protect what I say a lot. For example, I mentioned something that was a theory. Did I say, oh, man, I'm telling you, for example, I never said this. I said this is a theory. That can you imagine that if Phil announces this? But here's how people.
Right. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
This is
the way you say it. The way you say it.
You gotta know how to say it. But there's people out there who say, yes, Phil Spencer, I bet you on this Game Awards is going to announce a PlayStation game. I mean, on this Game Awards on the Tokyo Game Show is going to announce a PlayStation game right on the dot. That's how they go out there and say it. I heard a rumor that Phil is going to announce a PlayStation game. I heard a rumor that Helldivers 2 is coming to Xbox. I heard a rumor that yada yada yada. All this stuff that goes out there, okay, they're fun reads, and they're excited to see, right? But at the end of the day, you need to understand that if the company doesn't announce it, you can't get all that excited to it. You just got to relax and wait. This is what you do. You relax and wait till the company says, hey, look, we're bringing this game to Xbox. It's coming. It's from PlayStation. When they say you go, oh, wow, it's actually true. Yes. Oh, man, unbelievable. But if not, you got to take it for what it is. You got to enjoy it. Oh, yes.
I'm not starting. I just keep going. I'm not starting. Yo, shouts to Sarah Bond, too, because she's a woman. A beautiful black woman, too, and a mother. Yep. And beautiful, beautiful family. Listen, man, there's people that have a problem with Sarah Barnes being a woman and a black woman as a head in Microsoft. So I get it, people. I lied. I didn't want to get off the subject, but I understand you, Luke. I understand all you gamers around there that just don't get it as well. So I get it. It's just the world we're living in, people. And sometimes it's just best to not open up your mouth. Look, let me tell you something. The wisest persons, the wisest people are quiet. They're listeners. They're not the people that just talk all the time. They're the quiet people. They're listeners. So take it from me when I say, you see a bunch of barking on social media, it's just somebody wants to be accepted, bro. Somebody just wants to be heard. That's all. There's no, you don't have remedies for something that's irrelevant. You only have remedies and elixirs for things that need to be fixed. So these clowns out here that just running their mouth on emptiness, just let them run their mouth. It's your fault that you invested in too much trash. Understand where to move your stock at in life. Don't invest in trash. I don't. I know there's people that's gonna come up there and poke fun with Xbox and front like when Xbox gets Japan's support, it's the same as if PlayStation does. I know they fronting hard. I know they're hurting, but like I said, man, all Xbox has to do is stay its course, keep work. All the Xbox team have to do is keep working hard, get the respect back, because that's what happened. Xbox lost its respect over there. They felt like no matter what, they were going to impose the console in that space that's dominated by mobiles. And the Japanese culture didn't appreciate that. You're not giving them their best. When you drop your console, you're making them wait 2 years. You're making them wait months at a time before they can get their hands on something. So you're making them feel like, well, why should I even waste my time buying your product when you're slow about giving it to us? They feel like it's a slap in their face. So yeah, Xbox is doing a whole lot better today with respecting the culture of Japan and taking up more time with the developers, because you see it. I saw it in this show. I didn't come with no insecurities. I came being optimistic. Breezy says, be honest, PlayStation fans for no reason are hurt knowing Microsoft's building that relationship with Toykyo. That big for Xbox. Glad to see that. And no, they are, bro. They hate that. The reason they hate that is because they love the fact that Xbox never had the upper hand in them in that region. And I'm talking about the ones here. If you see the culture that Xbox got in Japan, you would know what I'm talking about. Even Japanese people who support Xbox there get looked down on. Anything, and that's a change. It's not just a change on our end. It began a change on their end as well. Most of them were Xbox fans. They were just not willing to come out and express it because they didn't want the backlash. And we're talking about we're talking video games. We're talking video games, and people are feeling like this. That was what was tripping me out. But all of that's true. As silly as it sounds, it's what's happened. And now that things are changing, you have people that don't expect Japanese games on Xbox. They've even said it. Xbox gamers don't play these Japanese games. That's a lie. We've had Japanese games on our platform from the beginning. We had Shenmue. We've had Jade Empire. We've had Ninja Gaiden. And I'm talking about from the jump. That's OG Xbox. What's the other one? We had a big one on 360. What was
Bro,
that?
They had everything during the 360 league.
Yeah, we had everything. But that big one, that classic, the Odyssey game.
That's Lost Odyssey, but see, that's an Xbox game.
That's what I thought. It's OG Xbox game, right?
Because no, what I'm saying is, as Xbox is responsible for that game,
right?
Not like what console was on. Xbox brought that game to market. Same thing with Blue Dragon. So now the 360 is a different era than any other era. The Japanese publishers, people, they've never taken to Xbox, right? They wouldn't take iPhone if it wasn't so dominant. They just go for theirs first. It used to be the stuff that we used to preach here, American pride, made in America with a little bitty American flag used to mean something, right? People would buy American, support American jobs and workers, but that's just not the way it was or is. So after the 360, right, you had Metric come out and say, "Oh, those games don't sell," right? And that was a slap in the face to the developers over there. They operate. Look, all businesses want to make money, but I would say that American gaming companies put money at the top. Now, as any business, you want to make the most money. But the one that I hear talk the talk and walk the walk is Nintendo. We don't lay people off. We don't rush our games because I was talking to my wife. She's not a big gamer, but I was like, man, when it comes down to it, Nintendo, we can say whatever the hell we want to say about how their games are made or if they're lower quality or whatever. They don't need patches. That seal of approval has meant something since the OG NES. Right, but the Japanese people never really took the Xbox. But Xbox did fumble the ball with the Xbox One because they could have kept the ball rolling. And by the time we got to where we are now, they could have had a real Japanese console buying audience. Now, the Switch does address something that's more convenient for them. But Nintendo has always been dominant with their handheld. It's not that the Switch was just finally they broke through and figured it out that the Japanese love handheld gaming. That's not the way it was. Because even the PlayStation sold 85 million units. They just didn't have any software for it. So Xbox is working, and a lot of people, they don't understand that they can't think beyond the console. I've been on here. I've been virtual slapped across the screen on these shows.
Speak on it.
Xbox is not just about the console. So when you talk to PlayStation fans and you tell them, well, you know what? I don't even deal with it because I know that they can't see it. But I see people who should be bringing these talking points to these guys when all they can do is bring up a console. Phil Spencer said that Xbox itself is its highest user base as it's ever had, right? Not even just talking about Japan, right? So just imagine, like, if he says that they've got more gamers than ever before in Japan, what avenues are they reaching them through? Xbox is an octopus with more than 8 tentacles that are just weaving their way through all facets of gaming right now. So when they say these things, they're not being direct about it, but they're not lying. Over 500 million monthly active users on their games. So at this point, if Microsoft really wants to get people into Game Pass over there in China on PC, this is why PC is more important to them than the console. It's hey, I don't care. Sometimes we're like, man, sometimes these guys kiss my ass. But then I realize hey, man, I love these guys. They're brothers. They always here. And I'm not naming anybody in particular. But when I bring these things up, people get mad. But dude, China is all PC. China just started getting consoles. So where do you think that a smart business would go if you're trying to increase your audience? So it is what it is, man. It's not going to be the console until they come up with a handheld. And then when they bring a handheld console out, it has to have the content that they want. And some of these games are just the start. Because let's be honest, if you are into these Japanese games, you played those games already that are just now getting the Xbox. So why would I come to Xbox from Nintendo at that point? Because let's be honest, PlayStation is about as weak in Japan as Xbox is. That's Nintendo. That's Nintendo world.
One of the subjects for Wayne. Keep going.
What'd you say?
The bottom of that.
What'd you say? Did you say I took a subject away?
You hit it. You hit one of the subjects that was going to be brought up today.
My bad.
No, but you cooking. If you want to get the numbers, get them.
Well, I don't need to.
Numbers for all I want is the numbers for the PlayStation 5 sold in Japan. Let's do it. Because that's another myth. That's another myth. Keep going.
No, look, they I don't know where they went wrong, but I know where Microsoft went wrong. I'm not a PlayStation fan, but I know where Microsoft went wrong. But I know they went wrong. And somehow, some way, Nintendo basically kicked everybody out of that mother. So Microsoft has this $3 trillion company. We keep trying to make them operate the way a $75 billion company and a $90 billion company would operate. You're talking about companies 30 times smaller than Microsoft. They can't think the way they think. Microsoft needs exponential growth. That's just the way it is. And as console gamers who love our consoles, we're going to have to see beyond these things. Microsoft is looking to take over the world. And this console, if the world hasn't responded to it in the way that they need it to, they're going to find other ways. So, yeah, I understand how they can say that they have more users than ever, or whatever they said in Japan, but it's because they're not taking the conventional route, the route that us console guys keep our eyes on every day. They're gonna find a way to get everywhere. This software has to sell. Bill Gates from the beginning said content is king. He never said hardware. Xbox never really wanted to be Microsoft never wanted to be hardware anyway. So if they can get in through cloud, they're gonna do it. If they can get in through somebody else's console, they're gonna do it. But if they are looking to dominate, which I think I said before, Microsoft, I can't think of anything they're number one in outside of OS. I would love to see them be number one in console, be it handheld or console, but they got to do something different because we're getting what's the name of that live service game that's been on PlayStation for like 5 years already, and on PC, and then it's on mobile, Genshin Impact. Like, we're just not getting Genshin Impact. We're just not getting the Final Fantasy pixel remasters, things like that. People have been playing since Nintendo Entertainment, Famicom era. So that's not going to move the needle unless you had something special, like a delivery device through the cell phone. I don't know how they're doing over there. They don't break down those numbers. We're not privy to them. And I'm not sitting here with bated breath waiting on them. But they got to do something a little different. They got to do better. They got to get these games faster. Getting Riza, I hope you guys that are always bitching about 1 or 2 games not coming, especially these Japanese games that honestly, Di-RRec was right. They really don't sell. I'm acquiring a taste for them. I have Riza. You guys need to try that new one out that's coming. I forgot what it's called, Yumiko or whatever it is. Any of these games. What's the other one? Sub something, the Met game. All these games, we can't afford to buy them. We don't have time to play them. We don't have time to play them all, even if we did buy them. But I hope that, guys that are out there complaining about these games not coming to Xbox actually get out there and play these games, especially when they're in Game Pass, because that's what signals to Microsoft to put more games in there. But that's all I got to say about the Japanese situation. They got to do better getting them early, but you got to start somewhere. And so you can't knock them for the start.
Yes, sir. I agree with you. We're gonna get down to that number. So we're gonna unveil that myth, that PlayStation is just so severely dominant in the Japanese market. Let's get down to it. So when you look the numbers up, right, there's only 5.11 million consoles sold over there. So, you know, they love the fact that they want to rant and rave about the PlayStation, but on their own soil, they're dog shit. It's just what it is. Nintendo is king over there. And so if Microsoft is lax when we're talking about consoles being pushed, Microsoft cannot just keep affording to just do the old strategy. No, what last place of anything wouldn't have to adjust. And so Microsoft made the proper adjustment. 5.11 million is nothing to brag about. Nintendo's what's selling over there. So if Xbox is constantly growing, and because
my bad, bro. I'm on my computer. Bro, that's the new one. The Mana game.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Game Pass. That's the new one. I thought that was the old one because I saw secrets.
What are you talking about?
Dude, when I first got on the show, you said, "Got my Mana game, realist."
Yeah,
bro, that's the new joint. This is it was released 9/26/24. I don't know all the names of them. I got some of them on PC, but like the Legend of Mana, that just came out.
Those are old games that are being put on Xbox today. They got released. You missed the Toykyo show.
No. That's why I told you when I texted you, I was watching it. I was watching then, Joey, so I could halfway know what the hell I'm talking about when on this show.
No, you good, bro. I bought, but you know, I was already ranting and raving about Visions of Mana because the Sanchez Gaming came in here. He was like, "Man, I got it." Because
Visions. Okay.
Right, that's a game that I've been.
That ain't Visions.
So, right. So
yeah, Visions of Mana, I think it's a new one. Let me see Trials of Mana just in case.
It was good that because I talked about this yesterday. I was like, man, I want to give that series a chance. I asked everybody about the series. Everybody then told me to credit it. Say, hey, listen, it's worth checking out. It's good. They're the action side of Final Fantasy. So that's right up my steam. So let's get it ball rolling. Let's get the ball rolling. So when I saw two of them going straight to Game Pass today, I was excited. That's right, Dolomite. Look, 5.11 million, bro. It's pathetic.
5.11.
This is this is what it is. When you have a media, Realist and Lou and Chatpat, right? When you have a media that are donkeys themselves, they're protecting the image and the veil of Sony products and PlayStation. They go, look, they're PlayStation fans. We even know the ones that are out here that even just use the word Xbox in vain, right? Pure Xbox is one of them. These dudes ain't no Xbox gamers like that, bro. They got the opportunity to put their name on it. We know who they are, bro. That's nothing but reset era, bro. We know this stuff. Xbox in the media space is just extra ways of hustling. It's just extra ways of hustling. When you have all of that going on for you, you can sit there and influence the world with the perception. The only problem now is, now that things are happening to Sony and it's right in everybody's face, it's hard to defend the perception. So you don't hear them now really. Notice how you don't hear the sales in Japan anymore. Y'all remember them days when IGN loved to show you how many consoles were sold in Japan? You see them dumbasses ain't saying that today.
No, they're just mentioning UK.
There you go. Now they're over in the UK because that's their second volume, but it ain't really that big either. Y'all want me to look? We can do it. We can do it right now. Look, I'll show them numbers. Go ahead, Lou. Take it away.
Look at what now? Look at the country.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up how many consoles are sold. You stupid, man.
Oh my God! Yes, I mean, look, even there was articles written about this, saying that they're kind of like forgetting about Japan, what's happening in Japan. You know why they forgot about Japan? Because Japan is just not buying their consoles anymore. So they went up to EU, UK. That's why they went out there and always announcing, oh man, this game sold #1 over here in UK or #1 in EU. That's how they're mentioning right now because that's the #1 customer. That's the #1 customer out there is EU UK. So it's incredible that we sit here and we look at the numbers of how many people they bought this console in Japan. It's 5.11 million only. Jesus Christ. And the funny thing is, when you sit down, you look at Xbox and how it's growing, right? People are like, oh yeah, console sales. But no, console sales are not the thing anymore. Even Sony has said this. It's just these guys like to mention it. These guys just like to mention it. They just love to mention it, love to push that narrative, and that's it. That's the only thing they have out there because they have nothing else anymore. They cannot say Xbox doesn't deliver any games. They cannot say Xbox has games that flop. They cannot say all that stuff those guys kept on saying and serving you on this table because at the end of the day, they're the ones who have failed. Because I mean, look, who has the actual flop now in gaming? Is it Xbox? No, it's Sony. 10 days, cancel the game, refund to everyone. They did not make a quick buck. They lost money. They had canceled 4 games this generation. They still have you guys hooked up to the whole exclusive thing. And right now, all you guys are trolling that Xbox is sending the games over there. You know what we Xbox guys are doing now? We're saying, hey, go buy them. Go for it. We don't care. Go for it. You can, oh man, I hope you all buy them because at the end of the day, when you guys go out and buy, that means it's more money for Xbox to keep delivering more games for us. They're day and day on Game Pass.
Yes, sir.
That's what we're doing. That's why we keep cheering for you all. Go ahead and buy because you guys think that you're hurting me because you're buying the game on PlayStation. Ah, man, go for it. Now they're gonna start talking about how good it looks on the PS5 Pro, the pisser, and all this stuff. And so looking about that, and it's incredible that y'all went out there and spent this money on a console just to look at details. Wow, what a gigantic leap! Such a beautiful leap. It's hilarious, but hey,
I just want to say,
but Louis,
you know, people like Jez Corden, right?
Yep.
Who got big mouths, who like to parade. In his country, only 4 million PlayStation 5s are sold. And you got people out here on social media who literally pay attention to this clown, bro. This is why the dude knows. The dude knows this, bro. He knows that he's not authentic. First, he was a journalist. He didn't mind people calling him that. Editor, didn't mind people calling him that. But as time goes, as he's not really living up to what his mouth puts him at, now he calls himself a blogger. And he's not even that either because bloggers actually have people in their platform, and the person that has the platform allows the other people to discuss their opinions on a certain topic. So he's not even that. This is the type of industry that we're dealing with. If you're scared to tell the truth, you're not doing anything that's relevant of change far as what needs to be said out here. All these people out here with mics saying a bunch of nothing because they got their hands out 30 below because they don't want to lose their review copies. Dola Knight, they've been tainted by the very problem that's an issue with gaming because they want to feel accepted. They have these dreams about what they want to be. They want to be celebrities. They want to be YouTube celebrities or something. So they feel like attaching themselves to certain people that are not even heavyweights in the gaming field, that's going to get people to look at them and say, hey, look, they need a Hollywood star. It's not going to happen, people. Gamers could care less about this. I've been telling y'all, there's a difference between gaming and YouTubing. Different. They're not even the same thing. The problem started as soon as somebody took their mic and started saying things in vain because they just could say things. That was the downfall of having responsibility to what you say. And what happened, Lou? What happened, Realist? What happened, Chat Pack? A bunch of other people followed suit. And now you have all these people who they think people can't see between the lines, right? They pretend like they don't know each other. They pretend that they ain't knitted. They're all knitted. They probably all hang out in a Discord somewhere. I'm being serious, bro. It wouldn't even surprise me. Sit around talking about the next discussion they're going to do. Same with these articles, bro. One drop an article, everybody just follows suit. It's wildebeest mentality. You don't see anybody with anything authentic. So I don't care what somebody says on Twitter that's not doing anything, right? Just running their mouth. And the situations are never changing. So it's always easy to point down at the streets and say, oh, don't be toxic. But a higher in the industry can be toxic. That same damn person ain't gonna say a word to them. That's clown work, Lou. That's sissy punk work, Realist. That's what Realist would say. That's goofy stuff. We don't do that stuff here, man. There's a reason why we have our platforms. We genuinely come out here to talk about games. You ain't gotta like us. We don't care if you don't like us. I'm not here for that. I'm here because I know there's a certain amount of people who respect what we do. You talk about groundwork, we got people out here that break doing what we've done, Lou, who've already broke doing that. They can't take it. Oh, the numbers ain't going up too high for me. So let me pervert my numbers so I can make it seem like I'm accepted out here. Getting the same damn results. What are you doing out here, Yobi? You tell me. Folks that saying devs are lazy is mad disrespectful. Only to a certain point, Yobi. Only to a certain point. I've heard it, but it has to be validated. I agree with you when they're using it just to be targeted. Because games are released buggy and broken. Oh, okay, there you go. All right, he made a he put a emphasis on it. Okay, so let me go back. Folks that are saying devs are lazy is mad disrespectful because games are released buggy and broken, knowing damn well the devs they don't have power when they answer to management and their bosses. This is fact. Sometimes that's the deadline. That's what I was just going to say. If they don't hit that deadline, that game will come out regardless. That's knowledge being spoken. Every situation is not a lazy situation. Facts. There are some things that these devs have no control over, and that is deadlines. So they make these games, they're getting funded, they got schedules, and they have these deadlines. I guess when games get delayed, it's a power move because the game is believable to be a success. It may get delayed, it may get pushed back because devs need a little bit more time. But whatever it is, the publisher sees that it's going in a good way, it's looking healthy, and look, let's pardon them some little bit more time to get things polished, and a game gets delayed, right? And other times, like Yobi is saying, sometimes they don't have a choice. The publisher just says, hey, listen, time's up, put the game out. You know, I don't know the constructs of what goes behind the scenes, but unfortunately, right, it happens. Regardless of, I've never seen it really happen that much on Nintendo's side. Nintendo has a good track record putting their games out. They're not buggy. They don't rush, they don't rush the developers. I don't see that a lot on Nintendo side. But as far as PlayStation and Xbox, those type of things happen. Cygnus says yes. Shipping data is important. That's why Dev views series as a hindrance. But yeah, I mean, that's basically it, folks. I mean, look, we're talking about another myth that's knocked down. It's not a big deal. PlayStation ain't a big deal in the UK. It's a big deal. It's a big deal in Europe. You know what I'm saying? But on the little island, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal in Japan. You know, Japan and Europe alone don't even make 10 million. So it's not really a big deal. These are just things that were used to belittle Xbox. And all I can say is to Xbox, man, is just keep doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? You got to know why you're an Xbox fan. I'm not here to feel like, you know, I need to outsell PlayStation, Nintendo. I'm just here to say, look, compete, give us the technological advancements. I want to be able to talk about these games that nobody has because of Xbox hard work. It's not about having exclusives and, oh, look, we have this and you don't have this. It's about appreciating the differences of what the visions are on all consoles and understanding that some can go further than others. That's just pretty much it. And I believe a lot of Xbox fans are waiting for that. And when that comes around, it'll come around. Right now, I got some games to play. I'm excited. I got a lot of Japanese games to play. I'm not tripping. I'm excited, man. Realist, you have anything to say?
No, I was just kind of to piggyback on what Louis was saying earlier was, you know, like kind of goes back to what I was saying. When it comes to Xbox, man, they're owned by a $3 trillion company. We like to talk about that when it's convenient for us, right? But you also have to understand that the way they think, the way they operate is not going to be way down there on the level of a company or companies, their main competitors in the hardware space that are 30 times smaller than they are. So like when it comes to the exclusivity, they do have an exclusivity strategy, right? But common sense will tell you if it's a game that's not a major slam dunk or doesn't have a track record of being a smash hit every time it releases, they're going to look to make sure that that game makes a profit. We got to lose this whole exclusivity thing or attitude, you know, when it comes to certain games, because this was never what gaming was about. You know what I mean? Back in the day, you know, that's what brought me to your channel in the first place. You made a video that you don't even remember the name of, and I told you should repost it or something about the culture of gaming. You know, gaming culture was never, oh, we can play this and you don't. You don't have any games, right? It became that somehow. I wasn't around when it happened. So when I got back into it and I noticed that that's the way things are going, I didn't understand it at first because pretty much every piece of hardware has a lot of software on it. Even back when my Dreamcast was dying, I didn't notice it because I had plenty of games to play. So Microsoft's going to put these games at certain times in other places. It is what it is. And we got to get used to, I noticed some people kind of adopted the attitude, we're playing it in Game Pass. Like Louis said, you want to spend money and pay $70 for it? Cool. You want a pat on the back for quote unquote, you know, supporting the developers? Do so. You know, but some of these games are going to go to other places. The mainstays, like, look, y'all talked about a lot. When it comes to these quote unquote bloggers or journalists with these quote unquote insiders, a lot of them are just making guesses. We do the same thing, right? We just don't say we have an insider, and we're probably right more than they are. You know, all you're doing is just checking the landscape, looking at the trends and seeing the way things are going and making your predictions. And I told you this when I first started getting on the show. I said, man, the only difference between what you do and what they do is they say they have an insider or they are an insider.
There's releases, man.
What?
Hmm?
Oh, you're not talking. You're talking
No,
about so.
No, I was reading. So sorry. My bad.
Yeah. So, you know, if they want to buy the games, let them buy the games. You know, we are supposed to be playing the games, not necessarily worrying about who else gets to play the games. Are you playing the games? This is why when you talk to all those weirdos on Twitter, I'm like, man, PSN, please. None of them give me the PSN because all they're doing is talking, putting a list war out. Back in the day, we used to be about what the console could do, not what games you had we didn't have, because everybody was playing games. And if your boy was playing games that you didn't have, you were down the street with your boy playing those games. But now on the internet is, oh, we got this game and you don't. And you're not even playing these games. You got these games hitting Game Pass. You're excited about it because you intend to play these games. You have a handheld PC with Microsoft Game Pass Windows on it. You intend to play these games in your spare time. That's why you're excited. A lot of these guys, they just get excited to say, I can play something that you can't if I wanted to, because these dudes aren't playing these games. But at least if we get these games, at least if we get these games, we should be playing them. If we're paying for this service, by the way, I got you the deal, right? I'm gonna send you another screenshot. You should be playing these games and not worried about where they're going, because you have access to the games. Just play them. If they go somewhere else, fine. Because I keep telling everybody want to play this whole console/platform war, you're gonna have to adjust. Let them talk about console sales, and we talk about how Microsoft is eating PlayStation from the inside out, and that y'all are cheering for the demise of your so-called favorite platform. Because if Microsoft is outselling PlayStation on their platform, how much incentive are they going to have to make these games that so-called you bought the platform for? Which we know is not true, because out of 160, 180, I say this all the time, you got these PlayStation fans that say they've sold 80 million consoles and 150 million PlayStation 4s. The bigger the number, the bigger indictment it is against your console comrade.
Speak on it.
Because that means that's less and less people that are buying these games. People looking at this new Ghost game. Hey, that's the only guy who plays. They keep the rest of it. God damn it.
You're good. You sound good.
No, you hear me? No, because my sister calling me right now.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I helped her with whatever she needed help with. And I guess now she's calling and tell me thank you. After this.
Oh.
I said, I forgot now. God damn it.
They're talking about Ghost. That's the only roadmap they have, which is Ghost.
Oh yeah. That's a game that I like.
Lou in the clutch.
But
Lou came in the clutch, baby.
Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Luke. But we look at the game, and they've been calling it a standalone game. They don't know if it's a proper sequel or a DLC. They call standalone. I call it DLC, expansion, whatever. Right? It's not directly attached, but that is nothing but a command. This is what you're going to get from PlayStation. This is what's going to happen, because they don't have the incentive to spend 300 million, 200 million on these games. And let's not forget, Concord just burned them for over $400 million. And I said that on the show, Legal, because people talking about 200 million. I was like, no, they had to buy that studio. That studio cost at least 200 million. Said that on the show. They still have to get that money back. People are talking about, they can just write that off. It's like, dude, that's just not the way it works. They've been making that game for 8 years. They're going to be able to write something off, but you ain't going to be able to write everything. And let's be honest, they got other plans for that game. But that's the PlayStation that these guys are cheering for. That's the PlayStation that these guys are going to run out to buy. But I think that they should redirect. Right? You should go where the games are. Right? PlayStation has plenty of games. But I see a lot of these PlayStation dudes hoping that Xbox games come to their platform. What do you want PlayStation for? And going back to another thing Louis said, Xbox, Microsoft understands that some people are just stuck. Legal, you're just stuck, right? Louis, you're not. Me to a lesser extent. I don't think that I'd ever just be a PlayStation guy if PlayStation was the only thing. Legal, you might just go to PC or something.
Here.
You know what I mean? But there are so many people out there that it doesn't matter what Xbox does. They just want to buy a PlayStation.
Yeah.
And so you look at PC. All these suckers have to do is download the launcher, but they would cry. And the launcher is free. But they rather just not play the game over just downloading the launcher and playing the game. They want to do it where they want to do it. And Microsoft says that that's not a fight that they're willing to have with the consumer if the consumer is talking to them. They have numbers, they have data, they have all types of metrics to explain. You look at Ubisoft. Ubisoft is trying to build their launcher, but what do they have to do? They have to go ahead and bend the knee. AC Shadows is going to be on Steam day one.
Yep.
Why are you going to fight the consumer? It doesn't mean that Xbox is a bad platform because PlayStation sold more.
You see where the change happened? Right here. Look what caused the change. You ain't got to come out on Twitter and say, oh, you ain't going to buy the game and, oh, you going to hate. Because sometimes your hate makes people go out and buy a game out of spite. Hint, hint, Hogwarts. People went to go support Hogwarts. You know why, Lou? Because it was too many people running their mouths.
There's always a group of contrarians, but Harry Potter is one of the biggest IP in the world. That game was gonna do well.
Sell regardless, right?
You know, but like you're always gonna have people that are gonna go against the grain when they have something to stand for. And hey, it doesn't matter why. It don't matter why you buy. It's like Floyd Mayweather. Most of the people paid to watch him lose. He don't care. The money still adds up the same. Whether you bought Hogwarts Legacy because you wanted to take a stand against the quote unquote woke mob, they don't. Hey, WB don't care. They wish they could have got some kind of traction like that behind Suicide Squad or Gotham Knights. You know what I mean? But hey, it only happened for Harry Potter. But hey, the gaming industry is changing. PlayStation fans gotta really rethink the rhetoric. I mean, ain't gonna lie. A lot of the people that participate in console war on both sides are ignorant to the logistics and what really matters when it comes to these companies. So I'm just going to advise a lot of you guys to just adjust the way you talk and adjust what you focus on. Your main focus should be on the video games. If you want to argue, then your next focus should be on which company is doing the best. Because basically what's going to happen is Microsoft, I'll say it every week until y'all tell me you're tired of hearing it. Microsoft's about to turn PlayStation into Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Because if PlayStation drops 12 of these service games and none of them pop off, the problem with PlayStation is they're trying to create a live service game based in exclusivity.
Yeah.
Which one of the bigger service games or biggest games on these lists are exclusive to anything? That's just not the way it works. But PlayStation needs people buying these consoles because unlike Steam, which can be on anything and everywhere, PlayStation needs you to buy that console.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But PlayStation is dying a slow death. See, they're cheering, but they shouldn't be. They should be telling them that we don't want those games on our platform. If you really love PlayStation, you should be telling them to reject these games. Let Microsoft have these games. Because the more money that PlayStation can make without putting anything out, because see, this is why, like the perception, you guys touched on perception. Now that somebody on a bigger podcast talked about perception, now everybody is cognizant of perception and how PlayStation sets the trend in one way through the media that's totally different than reality. The perception is PlayStation had a lot of games. What did I say a long time ago, Legal? PlayStation don't have a lot of games. They don't have a lot of studios. There's only 5 studios that make games that y'all can actually name off the top of your head. The rest of them mostly support studios or drop duds.
Yep.
And when they bought studios, they bought more support studios. They're giving these support studios opportunities to make games, which I applaud. But when Xbox went out and bought studios, each one of those studios made games. And one of the prerequisites for each of these studios that Xbox bought is that they needed to be, I would say, what's the word? They needed to be competent in bringing games to PC.
Yep.
So Xbox's plan has been laid out a long time ago. PlayStation is just now trying to catch up. Now, props to Nixus. Nixus is doing a good job for them, but they can only do so much. That's the only reason why these games aren't on PC day one. But the minute that they get the manpower to do it, they got to do what Microsoft is doing if they want to grow. because this is about, like, a lot of guys like talking about business on these shows. I'm gonna just say this: all these companies are looking at growth, and they need to grow. You brought me in late. I don't even know how long you've been on the show, so I'm gonna just stop there because I know that you wanted to leave.
We got 14. Keep cooking.
Oh, I see 155.
Keep cooking. I gotta be about 11:30. Keep cooking.
No, I'm just saying, like, these companies have to grow. And I think on the show I asked you, I said, man, Nintendo they maxed out. And I said, what's the only way that Nintendo can grow? And you were like, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, let me tell you, Nintendo has to grow. Investors only invest for money growth. And they've been steady, right? Worth 70 billion, trading around $15 a share. That's steady, right? You can get compounding interest and you can hang in there and pass it on to your kids. But people want growth. The only thing that they can do for growth now is third party. They don't have enough third party support. The Switch was their Hail Mary. They released something that could only sell, that could mostly only power their hardware or software. So they put it out there, say, hey, as long as our games can play on it, we can sell Pokemon and Mario Party, Slumber Party, baseball, and everything else. Now they can't sell third party. So this new one, they're hyping up DLSS. They're saying it's the same as a PlayStation 4. Why? Because they need their third party if they want to grow. Because they have not passed Microsoft when it comes to profits. Even before, because a lot of people like to add Activision in there. It's the only reason why Microsoft is prospering right now. Even without them, even without Bethesda, and like I told you, I never understood them bringing up this revenue when profit is what really matters.
That's what matters. But we talked about that.
And that's what I said. That's what I said when I first got here and started talking about this. PlayStation, this was like 3 years, however long, 4 years, however long I've been on here. PlayStation has never profited Microsoft 2 times. Right. So what does that tell you? It tells you they're making a lot of money. They're spending a lot of money to make the money. All this marketing, all this timed exclusivity deals, all that stuff is coming back to bite them.
I want to say this real quick, and I want to say this to the whole entire donkey community, right?
You know what? You know what I figured out what happened to Astrobot? I said it yesterday on my show. I know what happened. You know what happened to Astrobot? It's incredible. You know what killed the game from selling that much? That PS5 Pro announcement, man. Everybody went out there to get the disk drive, and everybody went out there to get the stand, man. They went nuts buying that thing, and they totally forgot about Astrobot. And now look, pre-orders came out for PS5 Pro. Look at them, going nuts.
Look, you're right. The thing about it is this, y'all. Here's what they've been telling y'all.
And Famo, you know what the funny thing? You know what's the funny thing about this, Famo? One last thing.
No, you good.
They just bought the Pro to play Call of Duty, Fortnite, and Roblox, and Minecraft. That's all they bought the Pro for. That's it. I'm out.
And you good, brother. Look, they basically been telling them this, y'all. I mean, seriously. This is crazy, man. Look. So what Realist was saying, right? This is basically what they say in an elementary form. Because some people don't know what returns mean. Some people don't know what revenue mean and profit mean. There's some people out there that don't know what those words mean. There's 2 words that I said that mean the same thing. I said 3 things. 2 mean the same thing. There's only one that's different. Returns, profits mean the same thing. Revenue. Okay. So basically all these journalists and all these years have ever been, this is what they've been basically telling you donkeys. That PlayStation puts out a bunch of stuff in the world to be sold. That's it. That's it. If you thought that revenue meant anything else than that, you dumb. That's all it means. What's important, you can put a whole lot of stuff out, but if it doesn't get sold, it means nothing. Then you can put a whole lot of stuff out. And if you don't make nothing off of what you get sold, it means nothing. So to just talk about, that's what I've been talking about. The gaming media has blindfolded the PlayStation fan base, and the PlayStation fan base are just too damn stupid to realize that. We'll tell them. We'll tell them every damn time. They're not going to listen because their hearts are invested in the console war. I told y'all, you want to see donkeys break? You want to see some people lose their damn minds? Let Xbox outsell PlayStation in the console space. These folks will lose their damn mind. You want to see something comical? Let that ever happen. You see what happens when things don't go their way. They start unzipping their pants. They start getting butt naked. They start talking to women on social media crazy. They start threatening devs. We've seen it. So imagine if Xbox outsells them. They will lose their minds. That's the only thing that keeps them sane. They don't care about nothing else. As long as the bottom line is, oh, look, you see it on Twitter all the time. When they don't have nothing else to combat you with, they come with sales. Been telling y'all that for years. They come with sales, not knowing that that PlayStation ain't making money off of what they're doing. This is why Toykyo had to come out and be specific. Notice that he's not even a fan favorite because he's spitting truth. He's not a fan favorite. PlayStation fans don't like truth. They don't like to be told the truth. They love to be lied to. They have an insecurity. They're the blue cappers. We all know it. They got the nickname cockroaches. The people call them these things they call them for a good damn reason. It's not a no reason why they just doing it. They have a reason. But see, they hold on to their stupidity that the wheels are going to fall off. They're literally going to give us our day. And it's sad. I'm saying, damn, you ain't got to give me my day, man. It ain't that damn serious. But y'all going to give Legal his day. I know it. Y'all too stubborn to change. So now you got these old ass IPs, these remasters, when, yeah, to real gamers, nobody's talking down on remasters. To real gamers, nobody's talking about remakes, especially if they're classics. We confirmed that yesterday. But for you guys said these things. We don't buy new consoles to play old games. Mm-hmm. It was your company that said Game Pass is not substantial. It was you clowns that came out and told us, support the devs. It was you clowns that came out and said, $70 every day for us. We're out here going to buy these games for $70 because we're not coupon gamers. We're not broke gamers. You guys that said that stuff. And we laughed the whole time y'all was saying it. I used to call a realist laughing, saying, yo, realist, watch how the whole world's going to see the 0.0001%, the percenters on Twitter X running their mouth. Watch how it reflects the whole world. Unlimited production. What's up, Legal, Realist, and Lou? I'm installing the Mana games now on Xbox. Facts. Game Pass is gold. Facts. Game Pass is the gold tier standard for gaming services. Facts. Look how PlayStation fans can't say that. Look at it. They can't even say they got games that are selling. Facts. They did all of these narratives, and it was just to keep the Xbox fans down. See, they were already miserable. They just hide it on social media. They're miserable. And they just want us to be miserable. That's all. They don't have nothing to talk about. Think about it. You don't even see them talking about, they had their state of the play. They had it. You had Jeff Keighley out here with 60-something posts. What did it do, people? Absolutely nothing. It did nothing. Nothing. All the influencers on Twitter X and their voices did nothing. Nothing. All the gaming media around the world the gaming industry is unhealthy. They've done nothing. So when legal told y'all they're going to all fail you, I meant every word I said, because I know what the reality is. I know there's 3 things that make a difference in the gaming industry. That's the companies that provide the work for the devs and the gamers that go out here and buy the damn games. That's what makes the difference. You can huff and puff and have YouTube channels and get fake followers on Twitter all day long. You can be a part of the communication programs all day long. You can be cool with PR people all day long. But if the gamers don't come out here and buy these damn games, it means absolutely nothing. You want to know who can bring down a gaming industry? You looking at us. You looking at us. The gaming industry is held up by gamers and devs. If the devs don't make video games, how the hell we play them? And if the gamers don't buy them, how do things get moved around? How do profits even get made? Drawn TJ, much love. Do a 4-hour podcast. Keep me entertained while I'm working. You will help me get through a boring day. Xbox needs to put Steam on console. It will be the cheapest PC on the market. The console will sell. Well, I'll tell y'all what. I'll be back. I'll tell you what. I'll go live with some manner. How about that, John TJ? And I'll keep my mic open. So there you go. We'll go live. We'll do better. I got somewhere to go in 2 minutes, man. But I'm gonna be back, bro. I appreciate all the love, John TJ. $800 PlayStation Pro console will flop like Concord. It is. It's gonna flop, bro. It ain't, bro. Y'all ain't showing nobody nothing different. The gaming media is keeping PlayStation alive for now. That's it. On life support. Lou, let them know where they can find you at, brother. Let's get out of here.
Simple and easy. I'm going to drop the link in the chat so you guys can go over there and subscribe. XBI Podcast from Monday at 7 p.m. ET on Wednesdays with Sourblowed, The Big Plume, and Silent Cypher. On Twitter, Crazy Lou Gaming. And from Mondays to Saturdays, Good Morning with Crazy Lou. I send the signal out over there on Twitter, over there on YouTube, and on Discord. So make sure you hit that notification bell right on the dot on my YouTube channel. That's where you can find the Crazy One. And sometimes on Fridays, 10 p.m. ET, XPI in Espanol. If you speak Spanish, you can find me there also.
Yo, thanks, Mass Effect. Yo, appreciate you, man. Listen, spread the word out. Like I said, check out my man Lou as well. Yo, we're just trying to combine, do something great, give something back to the Xbox community. Keep it real out here, people. Say the things that we just normally don't hear. It takes a bunch of courage. Just takes you being yourself, really, and just speak true. Don't be out here fronting. So, yeah, I'm glad you found me, man. Thanks for support. Thanks for all the support. We about to get up out of here. Yo, Realist, let them know where they can find you at, brother.
They can find me here, man. Don't look for me on Twitter. On Xbox, the realest one with a Z. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to play something. I ain't really been on the multiplayer thing. But on everything, it's the realest one with a Z because some other sucker took the realest one before me. But yeah, you can find me here, man. I don't have my own platform, anything like that, man. Shout out to y'all.
Yo, special shout out again to Mass Effect and all those that are new here, man. Bring all your homies with you, bro. You got a home. You here. Go out, support all my friends, all my networks out here, man. If you haven't checked out games trailers, go check him out. I left his link in the bio, man. He does reviews. I know he hasn't done some in a while, but when he does, check him out as well. Yo, thanks for all the support. This is the new legal repping Di-RRec Gaming. Like I said, if you like what we're about, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Never miss a beat on the ones and twos. Anytime we drop a show, it's always for the community. Remember, always keep it gaming and never let anybody take the one up in life from you. Every man deserves a second chance. We here, and we're here for one thing only. We have a responsibility, and that's to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us gaming. Yo, we here to bring streets back to gaming and gaming back to streets, y'all. Y'all stay blessed and be safe out there. Until next time. Peace.